Alright, I'm just going to do a little update video. I got some good news today. I don't know if you guys remember the Mike Virgin story. It's the first video that I posted on this channel. It's about when I left rehab with a girl named Megan and somebody overdosed, died. This was in Florida, and then we got entangled in some crazy pedophilia ring. I mean, it's not, we weren't doing that, but we were living with some weirdos, and like we tried to escape, or I did, and it was just a pretty gnarly story. I mean, if you want to isolate one incident in my life, or one like series of incidents that happened very quickly after each other, that would probably be the craziest. In just that little single period, Mike Virgin. But that girl Megan, I've kept in touch with over the years, and I asked her if she would do a video from her perspective, and she didn't want to do it. And finally today, I was like, I persuaded her. I'm going to pay her to do it, and she's going to do it. Now, this is stuff that I've lived. I mean, this is a true story that I've been through, and I'm curious to see her perspective on the whole thing. So it was many years ago. It was back in like 2004 or 2005, I think, and it was one of the most traumatic, craziest things I've ever been through. She's going to do 3 videos, and it's going to work like this. First video is going to be her telling the Mike Virgin story from her perspective. So probably be like an hour-long video, or however long she's going to do it. And I'm going to post that on Patreon. Top tier first. Let everybody that does the monthly sponsor see that. Then it'll go down to the VIP. Let everyone see it, and it'll go all the way down to the minimum subscription, $3 a month, and you'll be able to see the video. And then she's going to do a second video. And if you're part of the VIP tier or above, I'm going to let you guys construct the questions that I ask her. If you guys come up with 50, 60 questions, I'll send her an email, and I'll have her read every single question. Third one, and I'll have that available, same as the first one, all on Patreon. The third one, she's going to do a live with me. And the live with me will be on Patreon as well. That will be on the VIP tier and up. And the reason being, one of the reasons that she didn't want to do a video to begin with is because once something's on YouTube, like thousands upon thousands and thousands of people can see it. You never know who's going to see that. You never know if like some prospective employer is going to see it and be like, oh my God, you dumped a dead body in Florida and you smoke crack with child molesters? Hired, and it could affect her, definitely. Me, I really don't care, at this point, 3-time felon, and I'm an open book. I'll pretty much tell you anything. I'm not embarrassed by it. It is what it is. I've already been so, belittled over the years, and so embarrassed just by being like as hardcore of a drug addict as I've been, and being incarcerated so much, and being dehumanized and spit on, and not literally, just figuratively treated inhumanely, that I just don't care anymore. What am I going to do at this point? What am I going to do? Very hard for me to get conventional employment, and even when I get it, it's quite the struggle, and I respect and appreciate anybody that's going through that same struggle. But that's what it's going to be. We're putting those videos on Patreon. She wants it in a limited, controlled, private video that hundreds of thousands of people potentially can't see. And, hopefully that encourages you to be part of the Patreon program as well, because that's allowing me to do this content as consistently as I've been doing it, and I'm enjoying it. This is I feel very fortunate that I'm in the position that I'm in, that I get to do what I like doing for a living. I also want to say, like, one of my friends had mentioned that sometimes I can come across as like ungrateful or snobby, arrogant, narcissistic. I am all of those things, except I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful for each and every person that simply watches the videos. If you like the videos, it's even better. If you subscribe, even better. If you comment, even if you dislike the videos, it's still engagement. You know, even if you dislike them, YouTube is counting that as part of their algorithm. So that is helping me, and I appreciate even the haters. Like, keep doing whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter. You're actually helping me, and I appreciate you. But it's never come down to me, you know, having favoritism. Like, people that have helped me financially through this journey, I don't look at them like, I don't give them. I'm grateful for every one of you, you know, and you know, when I say stuff like, if you don't have $10 to buy the album, you know, I must be doing something wrong, or you must. No, I mean, you got to really understand that I have been, you know, homeless. I've been in prison. I've gone to bed hungry in there because I just simply couldn't juggle drug habits. I've eaten out of dumpsters. When I got out of prison this time, I went and got a conventional job. I was commuting 2 hours each way to go do telemarketing, and I could pay the rent, but I could barely pay, you know, afford anything beyond that. And my wife and I would go to food banks at 5 in the morning. You know, we'd wait in line, and they'd give us, you know, random stuff. They give us like a can of peaches and like, you know, some like cheese dip or something, and you know, we were grateful for that. We were living off that, and eventually Al Prophet came. Seth Ferrante, a very good friend of mine, he's Nico's godfather. He opened the door for me with Al Prophet. I'm grateful for both of those guys. I saw Seth today with his wife. They flew in. They were in LA. We went to Venice Beach and spent the day with them. But you know, I'm very appreciative of all you guys and for everybody that supported me. And you know, I'm I'm doing what I need to do on this, and I'm doing content much more consistently, much more frequently, because I'm not having to figure out, you know, how I'm going to pay the bills, or the day to day having to hustle just to survive. Like, you guys are actually giving me an opportunity to focus on this as a job, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for it. So, the Megan videos are being made right now. They will be released on Patreon, and you know, if you don't want to subscribe to the monthly service, they'll also be available for individual purchase for something fairly reasonable. I mean, I have to split what I'm making off the videos with her for those particular videos, but I just thought that it would be something that you guys would appreciate. You know, I'm excited to watch those. We're talking about, this was like 15 years ago. I just want to hear what she has to say. Like, oh, that fool's dick was literally the smallest dick I've ever seen in my life. Stuff like that. No, I mean, you know, we experienced something very traumatic together, and I'm curious to see what she remembers versus the way that I told the story. See, like, what's consistent, where, you know, where if there are inconsistencies, what she remembers versus what I remember. I think that's all going to be very, very fascinating. And I'll try to do that with some of the, you know, with some of the other stories too, if I can track down some of those characters. But I appreciate you guys. I'm working on the Narcan thing. I'm uploading the final album version tonight. I'm going to make it a private YouTube video, and if you are in the VIP tier or above on Patreon, I will give you that link, you know, as part of what your monthly thing is. And I'm looking forward to the feedback, and I'm going to start working on all those other series. I'm doing another doomed marriage tonight because I forgot, like, quite a bit happened like the last week before I went to the feds for the second time. So that's what I'm recording tonight. I'm also doing a juvenile delinquency. They will both be on Patreon first, even at the you know, the minimal tier, $3. And I appreciate you guys. Check it out, patreon.com/Ryan Leone. Link will be in the pinned comments and in the description. I really do appreciate you guys. Hope you know that. Palabra.